Welcome back to the Anxiety Ridden Moms Club. And we wanted to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day last time, and we forgot. So here we go after the fact. We hope everybody had a fabulous Mother's Day, and this episode's going to be a little bit different. We wanted it to be a little lighter, a little more fun. So
yes,
let's start.
So happy Mother's Day to everybody that I didn't get to wish last week like I should have. I hope every woman took time for themselves and enjoyed a little bit of peace and quiet. So
for sure.
Let's get started.
So Gina had sent me a clip. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, we've talked about this. We've touched on this a little bit before. But like I said, we wanted this episode to be a little funner, a little lighter. And the clip talks about, if you want to change your life, you need to have 5 hobbies. So, 5 hobbies. The first hobby you need to have is to make money. The second hobby is to keep you healthy and in shape. The third is a creative outlet for you. The fourth is to build your knowledge, your intellect, and improve your intelligence. Number 5 should be to improve your mindset and your own psychology. So if you want to change your life, you need to have 5 hobbies.
Hey, even as you're going through this, I realize I think I have all of them.
You think you have all of them? I have
all of them. Yeah. Okay. Let's get. All right.
All right. So number 1, the hobby to make money. I would say it's this podcast.
Yes.
It is a hobby that we sometimes enjoy.
Yes.
Sometimes it stresses me out, like last week when we tried to go live and everything in my life was broken.
Yes.
And we started an hour later and it was pure chaos when we finally got there.
Or the times that we start recording these and then we have to stop. And then we start recording and then we have to stop. And then we have troubles. There's always the issues with just putting the words out there correctly. Yeah,
exactly. The words don't come together. The ideas don't flow. Things happen. But anyway, I would say number 1 is definitely the Anxiety Ridden Moms Club. That's the hobby to make money. So if you don't have one, get one. Get one. And it's never too late. I hear Gary Vee in my head saying, it's never too late to start. Even on the days when I'm feeling older, which shout out to my sister-in-law. Her son did one of those surveys that you take about your mom, and he said that he thought she was 84. 40, 84, whatever. So that was funny. But it's never, ever, ever too late to start. So if you've got something that's been on your mind, on your heart that you want to do, just do it. Whether that's a podcast, whether that's posting random videos online to try to generate some money. Affiliate marketing. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just do it. And you know what? If people around you don't clap for you, there are a lot of freaking strangers in this world that will. And fuck the haters. Fuck the haters. I mean, for example, I filmed myself putting ketchup on a meatloaf last week. Ketchup on a meatloaf. And just asked, are you a meatloaf family or are you not? And I have been spammed with so many awesome meatloaf recipes. I cannot wait to try them. But it reached like 30,000 people and counting. 30,000 people watched me ketchup my meatloaf. Someone commented that's the most white people meatloaf I've ever seen in my life. And it made me die. I was like, I don't know exactly what that means, but it made me laugh.
That is so funny.
I've had people send me recipes. Like I said, like slide into my DMs with recipes, and I'm so excited to try it. So like, I'm telling you, you're never too old, and don't be scared. Like, who cares? Who cares if the people you went to high school or with are like, cringy? Who cares? Because Sarah in North Dakota is sending you a meatloaf recipe.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck the haters, and you're never too old to start. So start.
Yes, I totally, completely agree with it. I think it's so funny when I watch some of this stuff. Like the meatloaf one was one that made me laugh probably the most out of all the ones that have gotten any attention because it's so basic. And it just shows you how it's just about consistency. Having consistency in your life is huge, and it can literally change your life if you just continually do the same thing. And that's why, like, you, when we talk about it, it doesn't have to be that it's social media or anything to do with that, but it's anything. You want to build tables, you want to redo furniture. Look at the people who redo furniture, which is pretty awesome. And I have,
God, I wish I knew. I wish I could figure it out.
So cool. There's the other thing is
you should shout out your sister's company. Hello.
Oh yeah, my sister actually has a Little Bee soap company, and she started doing that about I guess we're going on a year, maybe 10 months. And she's really doing well and thriving and growing it, and her social media is really great, and her even her website that you can get on is evolved, and it's just cool. You know, it's like you just got to put yourself out there, try something that you enjoy. And so it's turned from a hobby into something was something she really needed herself to use, more natural soaps, lotions, and all that kind of stuff. And she was having so many different issues with her skin, and just changing to that product changed her life. So she shares it. It's just as simple as finding like something that you need, you want, and all of a sudden, like, just be consistent and it takes off. It's kind of amazing, really. The world we live in today is amazing. How anybody can be somebody.
Yeah, it just takes, some persistence and dedicating the time to whatever the hobby is, or you just got to stay consistent, put in the time. We see quotes all the time that's like, it gets really, really hard before your breakthrough.
Yes.
And sometimes I repeat that over and over and over to myself in my head. I'm like, it gets really, really hard before the breakthrough.
Because sometimes you're going along the path and you wonder, is it ever going to change? And then you put ketchup on a meatloaf.
And then you put ketchup on a meatloaf, and there you go. I didn't realize how judged I'd be for just putting ketchup. The general consensus is ketchup, Worcester. I don't know how to say Worcester. I say Worcester. Yeah. And
brown sugar.
And brown sugar. Yeah, that seems to be the most common.
Yes.
I've seen,
and it is delicious when you mix that together.
Yes, I've seen barbecue sauce, tomato sauce, all kinds of things. So yeah, it's a meatloaf that's been entertaining. I love it. I love it. I think it's hilarious. And we're probably going to be trying lots of different meatloafs in the upcoming weeks, because I've got all kinds of recipes. I need to share them. But it's actually one of the things that's super freaking easy, and my kids enjoy it and we enjoy it. And so it's became a go-to in our house, just because it is easy.
Well, it is easy.
There were not a lot of people that said no. One said absolutely fucking not. But there were not very many people that said they were meatloaf people. So there you go. All right. Enough about meatloaf. Okay. Meatloaf has consumed my life for a week now. Too long. Okay. The number 2 hobby to keep you healthy and in shape. So you should
go to the gym.
You go to the gym.
I go to the gym.
That's
and
awesome.
I was actually in kind of a rut. And so I wasn't going to the gym because menopause came along and just took the life out of me. I just didn't have it in me. I didn't have a desire to do anything anymore. And so I sat on the couch and probably for about a good 6 months, watched a whole lot of TV. And I got myself back to the gym like I was doing before. So yes, I definitely have put myself back where I need to belong to be healthy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would say number 2 and number 5 kind of go along or together with me. So number 2, to keep you healthy and in shape, but 5 is to improve your mindset and your own psychology. So like for me, if you're local to Jerseyville, Walk Lake. I need to do it and I need to be more consistent, but I feel so much better when I just go do a couple laps at Walk Lake. My dog loves it. My golden doodle, she, like, if you say you want to go for a walk, her ears perk up and she literally starts like galloping around the house until you put on her leash. But that's something my mom and aunt and I did, and we all, my aunt she goes consistently, I'm pretty sure every single day. And my mom and I need to get back to doing that. But that's something to help keep us healthy and in shape. But it also improves my mindset just to get out and be outdoors, take those walks.
Yeah.
Makes the mind spiral stop. And it's just nice.
Yeah. Exercise in general is huge for mental health. Huge. So anything that if you're getting out and walking, like actually too, like, I've never been one to watch my steps, even though you're supposed to, have so many steps per day. But I've never been one to really pay attention. And that is something that I started doing now, that I actually watch my steps. And that is what actually made me get my butt off the couch when I started realizing how few steps I was taking a day. I'm like, oh my God, it's like really bad. And I was like, okay. So now I actually am very driven by watching my steps, but mentally I feel completely like totally different. So it's huge when you're moving your body that your brain benefits greatly.
How do you track your steps?
Well, I actually want to buy the Oura Ring. Have you seen that?
I was just going to say,
I really want one of those. My Apple Watch.
An Apple Watch, and it makes my wrist sweat.
Yeah, I can't stand watches.
I don't. My mom wears hers all the freaking time. However, she does think that it makes her wrist hurt.
Oh.
And it's like, you can like Google it. It's like a thing for people.
Yeah.
But she consistently wears her watch all the time. But must be a chunky girl thing. I don't know. It makes my wrist sweat and it just stresses me out to have something.
Yeah, I don't like it. I did wear one for a long time. I really didn't use it though to track my steps. I don't know. I just used it for basic, more kind of like phone stuff that I didn't really for tracking on that kind of stuff. But it's not working. It just recently, it's like it doesn't hold a charge long enough. So I need to get either a new one or I need to get something different. So I've been having to keep my phone on me all the time. So I just stick it in my pants or whatever shirt I'm wearing or whatever. So at least it's tracking me. If I get up and even go to the bathroom or do anything, I grab the phone. So I have it with me and so I just keep tracking until I get my butt an Oura Ring, because that's really what I want. But then I've seen this is where I'm debating, because I saw there's the Oura Ring and then there's like a couple, like there's other different ones I think that are out there now that it's like, which one's better than the other? So I'm trying to decide which one's better.
There's so many different.
Yes. But a ring, I
could
options. Wear easier. It would not bother me as bad. So I'd be more faithful to it. Watches get on my nerves. I can't stand them. Don't like them.
Yeah, I would be faithful to a ring as well. I just have to, not on my index finger. A lot of them, they wear them on their index.
You're supposed to.
It's gotta be like my middle finger, I think.
Yeah, you're supposed to wear it on your index finger. That's why.
But yeah, there's some more reasonable ones and there's some more expensive ones. It's hard. So if you have a ring that you love, please let us know, because we are both in the market.
Yes, definitely. I would love to get some suggestions. I'm trying to figure it out myself and I have no clue. And I don't know really many people use them personally. So I need some advice and some help on that one.
And I am, I'm buying my pickleball stuff. I've talked about it over and over again. I'm checking out my Amazon cart. I'm going to buy the pickleball things. We've got a pickleball court that's super close. And I think it would be something that I could convince. Nora's walking on her ankle again. Luckily, because there were a few days that I was feeling like a real shitty mom for not taking her to get an x-ray. But she's walking on it again and moving. And I just think that it'd be something that me and my mom would enjoy, me and Nora would enjoy, me and Brad would enjoy. It's just something that, generally speaking, we could all get involved with and have some fun with. I'm even going to get Wyatt to do it. I know.
And then,
I feel
then
it.
you need to take pictures so we know it's actually happening.
For sure. I'll post it on TikTok. The day at the pickleball court. But so yeah, I feel like 1 and 2 we're good, and like I said, I feel like 2 kind of goes in with 5 to improve your mindset. Obviously, there's lots of things that we can do to improve our mindset, but exercise obviously is a huge one. So number 3, the number 3 hobby is a creative outlet for you.
So I have just finished writing my book. I just gotta finish it up. I gotta get a cover, and I need somebody to actually that is really good at, I don't know, maybe a good teacher or something at least that could go over it just to make sure all my stuff is good. So I got a good proofreading on it, and then I'm going to put that out there. So yeah, that's been my creative thing.
That's awesome. What's your book about?
It is about blended families. So it's called More Than Blended. So with Tom and I, blending our families and having an additional child of our own through that marriage. And it's kind of more of a self-help kind of book for people, because I think there's a lot of people blending families today and struggling with it. I mean, it is difficult. It's not easy. But I do think that we did a lot of things that helped. It doesn't mean that we didn't have struggles or problems. And it does tell our stories throughout the book of different things that happened. But it also gives things for people to think about and how to approach stuff a little bit differently. Casey is the one who told me, he's like, he talks to too many people that are blending families, and he's like, it doesn't turn out like us, Mom. It just doesn't work. And he said, and he just hears all these issues. And he goes, I think that the people need something. And then when I looked into it, it's like most of the self-help books are really from a therapist, which, as you all know, I am not. And so nobody really puts out their real life stories, problems, issues, things that go on, mindsets. So I took that approach to it. And I'm super excited. I hope to have it. I just got to get all the details figured out because it's done. I just got to make sure good proofreading and get my cover made, and then I will be putting it out there to be sold. So I'm excited about that one. That was a lot of fun to do. And now I've got my husband telling me we're going to need to do another book. And then, other people telling, if you do that one, you should do this. I mean, so I keep getting more ideas. So might not be the only one I do, but it's the first one I've done. And I was very happy. It gave me, I don't know. It's I guess I've never been a lot of people do arts and crafts and stuff like that. It's just not my thing. And so I always kind of felt like I don't know what to do to be creative. And this kind of worked out good for me. I really enjoyed doing it. It was actually a lot of fun remembering even the rough times. It was kind of fun going through all that. So I enjoyed it. So I'm hoping to get that one finished and out there soon.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I'm super proud of you. And I've read some chapters and it's awesome. And it's definitely something for people to look forward to and purchase hopefully soon.
Yes, hopefully soon. It will be soon.
That's awesome. Yeah. For me, my creative outlet has really been the social media part of this business, the meatloaf. I think I just texted you last night and said, I feel like I'm entering my social media era, my influencer era, we have a lot of fun, even as a family, just putting videos together. We'll see something random and somebody will be like, oh my gosh, take a video of that. Or we got to put that on TikTok. So it's just bringing us together as a family and giving us that opportunity to be creative. And like I said, I was very, very hesitant. I'm a person that isn't great being, I worry about what other people think and being judged. And over on TikTok, I just feel like there are no rules and it's fun. It's funny because we will put a lot of thought into something, like a ton of thought. We'll video it 3 or 4 times and I'll be like, this is it. This is a hit. And it'll get 137 views and you're like, freaking sweet. And then you put ketchup on a meatloaf and it takes off. there you go. Or the one night I was sitting on the couch watching a new show on Apple TV, Imperfect Women, and I think that one's up to like 250,000 or something. Just like, hey, you got to check out this, just little stuff like that. But collectively as a family, we're all getting involved. And if anybody sees anything, we've been moviegoers lately. And Nora took a picture or a video of her popcorn. just little things like that we're being creative as a family, and it's fun.
Yeah, that is cool. And I think you've definitely I don't know. You always, every time I see something different that you do, I'm always like, man, I just go through life and I don't think about like the ordinary things, and then how they turn out to be something interesting to watch. You know what I mean? I just kind of think, I know, it's cool. I think you guys have definitely done some neat stuff and grown a lot in it.
I had to slap Brad's hand because he was helping with some TikToks, and then I kept I don't even know, one video, and he's like, my man. And I was like, that is not how I talk. And stop posting videos. You have got to stop posting videos. I was like, you can record the video, but then let me put the creative edge. Let me come up with the words and the caption and everything. I would never say, my man brought me home some chickens. No. Stop doing that. And then there was another one. I was like, take that down and log out of my TikTok account now, immediately. My gosh, my man brought me some chickens.
Hey, the post but the post itself was cool. The whole what it was videoed or whatever was really good. Just could add a little.
Yes. No, I loved the content. I loved the video. Yes. I loved the ducks. Yes. He took one, I put a quote to it, but it was raining and he got really super low down to the ground. It was the rain hitting the puddle. He is a photographer. He's super creative as far as what but let me put the words to it. Yeah. Let them be my words. I'm not going to title something, my man brought me some chickens. I swear so to Pete. Funny. But anyway, it's just another example of it really has been fun. Nora with her popcorn and him, whatever. We've,
Well, and the one thing I want to say too is the fact that even us doing a TikTok, when we would do some of those TikToks and stuff, it was something that I would have never, ever, ever done. Because I would have been I love watching them, but you also sometimes make fun of these people.
And that's part of it too. It's a good, you laugh and you have fun.
So, at the end of the day, I guess I just felt that all that stuff, I think people don't realize that it is fun. It's really just fun. And if you don't worry about how much other people are watching, quit worrying about the fact that somebody's watching you other than yourself or your, family, or you know what I mean, somebody who's encouraging you to do anything, and just enjoy it and have a good time. The people that really get the best I feel views or anything are always the people that are just having the best time. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. There have been times that I've laughed harder than I've ever laughed in my life, doing a video or putting something together like that, and just laughing is healing and fun. And, but, and I'm saying this because of people I know also could be in the room with me. Anything can become obsessive.
Yes.
Though. And I guess where I struggle, and it's with anything. It's not even with a TikTok or a video or whatever. But when you're on vacation, you want to document everything and you want pictures and memories and all of these things. But it's so easy to become not present in the moment. To where you're videoing and you're taking so many pictures that you get done and you're like, what just happened? So it is a balancing act, I feel from taking the pictures or doing the videos and being present, because that's also something that I've been working on is just being all good. Being present with what we're doing too, Yeah. So you got to be careful to not become obsessive with it, to still be present in the moment, but have fun. And I hope to see some of our listeners start
having a good time.
having a good time, posting on social media.
Yes.
Get out there.
Yes, I totally agree.
Okay. Number 4 is a hobby to build your knowledge, your intellect, and improve your intelligence.
Grow your knowledge. Oh, okay. Hey, what? Oh my gosh. What's the book I'm reading? I love watching Chase Hughes. And there's a book that I'm reading that he has, and that is to gain my knowledge. Hey, remember in the beginning of all this, I said I really don't read. I'm not really that interested in reading a whole lot. And I think it's because there's nothing that really like keeps my interest. You know what I mean? Like I get bored. So I think that he has definitely made me more interested in reading and learning and stuff like that. And he's does a lot of, because he always would do a lot of interrogations and stuff. So he's very into psychology, and I love psychology. So that's to grow so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing for that one. See, I was like, I knew I had something for everything. That's what
I am failing at my book challenge. Shout out to Nora, because she's read like 50 books in 2 months. Seriously? And she's killing it. I keep bringing books like upstairs and buying books, and then I just haven't read them. And I need to. And not that like movies are always a great way to build your knowledge. But one of our hobbies lately is we've been, probably to feed my movie theater popcorn addiction, because I have one of those. But as a family, we've been to the movies more times in the last month than we have in a year. And it's just we're loving it. We're going to see all kinds of different things. Last week we went to see The Devil Wears Prada 2. So The Devil Wears Prada was produced in 2006. And so it's 20 years later. Anne Hathaway, man, has not aged a freaking day. I don't know if it's genes or money, but
it's money.
Man,
let's be honest,
hasn't aged a freaking day in the last 20 years. But it was so nostalgic. Like, we watched Devil Wears Prada the night before we went, and then we went to see Devil Wears Prada 2. Because when I first mentioned it, everybody was like, and then we watched 1, and Nora's like, okay, like I'll go, whatever. And we all really, really, really enjoyed it.
Really? See, I saw the first one, and I did like it. I did like it. But I don't know if somebody said like to go to see the second, I'd be like, maybe I'll get around to it. Or I don't know. It wasn't like, it's a movie I enjoyed that I really liked, but it wasn't like enough to like bring me running back to the theater. But then when you say it's really good, then I'm like, maybe I need to go see it.
I loved the first one, and I went running to the theaters, and no regrets whatsoever.
Really? Do you think it's better than the first one?
Oh, for sure. I mean, there are not a lot of sequels that you can say even compare to the first one, I feel like. Freaky Friday and Freakier Friday was a good. This is probably better than that. The way they tied it together and like continued the story was just phenomenal. And the level of actors and actresses, like it was top notch.
Really?
They brought so many people back from the first one to the second one, and just seeing how people have, like, it was absolutely incredible. Definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. But most recently, we were sitting around, we didn't have anything to do, and we're kind of bored, and it was Mother's Day weekend, so they wanted to know what I wanted to do. And I'm like, I have no idea. And it was Friday night, and I didn't want to cook dinner. And I'm like, who wants popcorn for dinner? And it was, the kids were at their dad's Friday night. And so I text, I'm like, does anyone want to go to the movies? And they're like, to see what? And I sent Nora the trailer for The Sheep Detectives. And it was like, it's a kid's movie. It's rated PG. It's I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, I could get into this, but like I had to text Nora to go, because like it would have been embarrassing if Brad and I went together, like, and because it was a kid's movie. It was a Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman. the guy who plays. Yeah. So anyway, we watched the trailer. We decided to go. 12 out of 10. It was freaking awesome. It was such a cute movie. Literally adorable.
Seriously?
You got to go see it.
Okay, what's
The Sheep Detectives.
I've never even heard of it.
Me neither. But I looked up what was at the movie theater, and it was like, well, The Devil Wears Prada 2, and we had already seen that. And then it was like, oh my gosh, I have to look it up because the people that watch this movie.
What age do you think? Kids wise, what age?
Any age.
Any age?
Any age.
Okay.
Absolutely any age. Like, it was animated and cute enough, like the sheep are talking. So like, I'm not a super big fan of like pure animation, like where everything's animated, but the fact that it had human characters also, it was so cute.
Really?
And so the guy dies, and well, that's not a spoiler because if you watch the trailer, he dies.
Okay. Don't spoil
but every
anything.
single night, every single night he reads his sheep a murder mystery. And so then he dies, and then the sheep go on to try to like help solve the mystery. And it was so good. But I cried. I freaking cried. I sat in the theater and cried at the Sheep Detectives. But it was funny. It was sad. It was wholesome. It was just, I'm telling you guys, 12, take my word for it, 12 out of 10. You got to see the Sheep Detectives. It was so good. It was so good.
Maybe I'll take my
little lessons.
Take my grandkids to that. That's why I was wondering age-wise,
Absolutely.
like if they really like it or not.
1,000, like yes, there's not an age that I don't think, I really think all ages are on the table. It was so freaking cute. It was so good. It was, and literally when we left Devil Wears Prada, I was like, that was so good. But when we left the Sheep Detectives, I was like, oh my God, that was so cute. And I think maybe it's because I had myself like in my mind, I was like, this is a kid's movie and like whatever. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. It was so cute. So if you go see it, let me know what you think. But I have to tell you guys, looping back in from last week's episode, when we sat down, we sat in front of a lady and a kid, and she was like, I have to tell you guys, I think we're babysitters tonight. And I was like, what? And she was like, oh, you'll get it. And it was this group of kids. I don't know how many there were, but it sounded like there were fucking 15 of them. So damn obnoxious the entire time. And there were quite a few people there. They would not shut up. It was, and like, I'm from a little town of Jerseyville, right? But it still costs $8 a person. Okay. And then concessions. So like when we go, it's $40, $45 every single time. So like you spend money, you want to enjoy it. And like, I'm not a crazy person. I know people are going to laugh, cry, talk, but like it was so freaking obnoxious. And the lady, when we had sat down, she's like, I think their parents are at George's, which is like a restaurant bar across the street. She's like, I think their parents are at the bar having a beer and we are the cheap babysitters. So obnoxious. So at some point, like no one said anything. And I was literally contemplating, like, am I going to be at 37 years old? Am I going to be the lady that goes down to get a refill on her soda and tattles? Because it was so obnoxious. So obnoxious. And so I was like, oh God, don't be that lady. Don't be that lady. Like you were, which I don't think I was ever obnoxious at the movie. Like I'm sure there were times that we could have been, but I was never like this. I was never this obnoxious. And probably like halfway through, some adult lady literally yells, shut up. Shut up.
You gotta love
and I was like, yeah, let's go. Like, thank you. Thank you, lady. No, they got quiet for about like 3 minutes and then it would slightly get louder and louder and louder. Like, if you don't want to be there, don't go away and go play in the alley and then come back and pretend like you walked out of the theater so your parents can pick you up. Whatever. But like, we paid money to be here. Shut the fuck up. But I didn't. I wasn't that person. Someone else yelled, shut up. And it stopped for like 3 minutes. And then it was funny because Brad's like, hey, I'm going to go get a refill. And I was like, okay. Literally, Brad walks out and 2 minutes later, the theater people come in and told him to be quiet.
Might have gone and said something. And told on them.
So Brad gets back. I'm like, did you tell on the kids? Are we going to get jumped in the parking lot? Because like, and he's like, oh my God, no. He's like, I opened the door for the guy. So somebody went down and told. And it did get slightly better at that point. They still didn't shut up, but they were at least whispering at that point. But it just brought me back to last week's episode about disrespectful kids. Like even if me and my friends, when we were whatever age, were at the movies acting like assholes, if an adult screamed, shut up, you wouldn't have heard a peep out of my ass the whole time. I'm not saying we wouldn't have gotten to the point where someone wanted to yell shut up at us, but like we would have shut the fuck up, right? Relentless little fuckers, because they would not. They would not. It went on the whole time until the theater guy came up and threatened to kick them out. And then then they laughed when he left. They thought it was so funny. But then they did get quiet. And then there was like an intense moment in the movie and like you could hear a pin drop. So they finally acted not like assholes, but it really did. I was like, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast because these little motherfuckers would not shut up. And again, after someone was clearly getting upset with them, I'm telling you, they didn't have a care in the world. Didn't even quiet down. Like it was insane.
And I mean,
I did. I told Nora, I was like, I will kick your ass if I ever find out you are acting like an asshole.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. Kids they're different. They're different. And, and it's like you said, we always could get loud or do things, not be perfect little angels by any means. But at the same time, it's like these kids just have zero care or respect or anything. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
Go to the skate park, go somewhere else. But like a quiet movie theater, a kid's movie at that, like go to a different. So annoying. So annoying. But I was proud of myself. I was not that person. I was not the person that yelled shut up, and I was not the person that told on them. I'm growing. I'm being a better person. But I did. I wanted to go back there and bash their heads together and just go away. Just go away. We're trying to enjoy the sheep detectives, okay? And we're really back to the movie. You could have knocked me over with a feather when I found out who'd done it. I did not see it coming. Yes. That's how you know it was a good movie.
They did a very good job of making it a full circle for everybody. If they're able to make it not know. Okay.
It was so good. It was so good. And then we went home, and I had seen on social media there's a new Rachel McAdams movie out on Hulu Disney. Okay. It's called Send Help.
It's good.
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I love Rachel McAdams.
I thought you were going to say how great it is.
She was a crazy bee.
Not so much.
It was a comedic thriller. And it was out there. It was out there. I mean, I will say, it kept my attention the whole time, which it takes a lot these days. It did keep my attention the whole time. I watched it. I laughed. There were some funny parts. There were some stupid ass part. Like, it was okay. It was okay. But it wasn't. I want people to watch it because it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous.
You bringing up that, though,
funny
makes
parts.
Me think of, did you ever watch DTF St. Louis? Oh, my God. Something is wrong with the people writing this. It's not normal. It's not normal.
I don't know how far. I don't know how far I got. Is it over? Like, is the season out?
We watched the whole thing. We can honestly, both my husband and I can tell you, we don't know why. we continue to watch it. It's one of those.
It took me 3 times to even get past like the first episode. Okay. The lady actor in that, she is in the Netflix series Dead to Me.
Yes.
Loved her in that.
Love her in this.
I would say this movie, Send Help, is probably along the same that you're like, why the fuck did I just waste 2 hours of my life watching this? To be completely transparent, I did fall asleep with like 30 minutes left, but that was the first thing I did when I woke up was finish the movie. And again, I love Rachel McAdams, and I think that she was excellent in it. It was just ridiculous. Yeah. It was just ridiculous, but it is a comedic, is that how you say it? Comedic thriller. But it was comedy and a thriller, a little out there. It's worth watching, but it did not compare to The Sheep Detectives or The Devil Wears Prada 2.
And I will tell you that DTF probably really isn't worth anybody's time, but it is one of those things if you just want to watch something that you're like, what?
I lost my mom. I was like, because she's looking for something to watch. And I was like, there's DTF St. Louis. And I was like, do you know what that means? And she's like, no. I'm like, down to fuck. And I lost her immediately. Immediately lost her. But aren't there DTFs in different places?
I don't know. That I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I know this.
I don't know, but this one was based on saying it was St. Louis, and it's nothing like St. Louis whatsoever. Everything that they did said was like nothing to do with them. And the entire idea of what it was really ended up to be, it just was odd. It was very, very, very odd.
Okay, let's look. I swear. Maybe it is. Linda Cardin. Oh, I don't know. Cardellini. That's the one that's on both Dead to Me and let's look. I'm just looking because for some reason I thought there was another one. Maybe not. Anyway, maybe it's because we're from or around St. Louis, because that I couldn't stand that either. Like they kept talking about different places, and I was like, where is this? I think I looked it up to say like, where was it? Like, where did they come up with it, or where did they base it off of? I don't know if it was like St. Peter's, Winsville area or something like that, but
yes, it's supposed to be out in like a St. Charles County. It makes no sense. He rides that
to Market Street, which is downtown,
right, which you cannot do. I mean, that's why everything. And the grocery store they mentioned is not a grocery store around here. Like, if you're gonna do any city, do one that is like the city. I understand there might be some variations at times. I understand you can't video if you're not videoing in that particular area, but you still should like learn about the area if you're going to utilize it. I just think it makes it just, I don't know. It took away from it for me too, but the whole gist of what it was about
dumb. It was just
dumb. It made no sense. It was just weird. Everything about it was just weird. It's just weird.
But you watched it.
I don't know. But I did watch the entire thing. So something is wrong with me.
I don't know where. Yeah,
I could not.
I don't know where movies and TV fall into our list of hobbies, but it's one of my favorite things. I'm going to be a movie critic. I'm going to bring to you guys the movies that I love, the movies that I hate, and the movies that left me going, "What the fuck was that?" And series too, because DTF. I need to go back and finish it because, like, I don't know. Do you find out who killed him at the end?
Yeah, you find out everything at the end. Yeah,
I'll have to go back and figure it out. But
yeah, it's interesting how they end it. It's just, it is hours you will never get back, but it's hours that you still devote to it. It's just one of those shows. You know what I mean?
It is. All right. Well, with that, we've given you lots to think about, lots to watch.
Yes.
And again,
encouraging everyone that they should take this list. I really do think that everybody should find these 5 things to make sure they've implemented in their own lives. I just think that life is all about growing and being more fulfilled. And just having sometimes a list like this to put together and think, well, do I even have anything that fits in this list? I think can definitely make you open your eyes to reality of maybe what you need or what you could have.
Yes. And when we drop the episode, be sure to let us know what hobbies that you've picked up and what your, what's on your list. Again, number 1, a hobby to make money, a hobby to keep you healthy and in shape, a creative outlet for you, to build a hobby to build your knowledge, your intellect, and improve your intelligence, and a hobby to improve your mindset and your own psychology. So reach out to us on social media. Let us know what hobbies you're into, what ones we need to try. And please, please, please go see The Sheep Detectives and let me know what you think.
Yes.
But until next time.
Until next time.